Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel, where we speak the truth, we be honest, we give our takes on the Miami Dolphins. 7 in a row. Here we are. 7 wins in a row. Dolphins won 20-3 over the New Orleans Saints. And we go from 1-7 to the 7th seed in the AFC playoff picture. And that is honestly something I thought I was never going to say when we were 1-7, that we would have this crazy 7-game winning streak. But here we are, 8-7, and we dominated the New Orleans Saints tonight. And I know, especially the Monday night broadcasters, that the commentary group brung up the fact that the New Orleans Saints had 21 players on COVID at least 10 times throughout the entire broadcast. If you go back and you watch the broadcast of this game, these announcers, Luce Riddick, Brian Greasy, and Steve Levy brung up the fact that the New Orleans Saints had at least 21 players on COVID. It's nothing that the Dolphins can do. You got to go out there and play winning football, and that's exactly what we did. We went out there and we kicked some ass. That's exactly what we did. Went into Monday Night Football, national television, in front of the whole world, and we kicked ass. And we dominated. I wouldn't say that we dominated on the offensive side of the ball, but defense, after I saw the first quarter, I'm like, the Saints will not score a touchdown tonight. And I got a little nervous with that drive where Humphrey got like a 56-yard catch, but they ended up not scoring. And after that first quarter, and what I saw from the defense, I'm like, the Saints are not going to score a touchdown this entire game. And they only scored 3 points. So it was a domination for the Miami Dolphins tonight. Thank you all for joining me here on the post-game reaction video. First off, I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, spending time with family, all that stuff, eating some good food, watching football. I hope all of you watching this had a very Merry Christmas. And this week, I hope you have a good New Year as well, because Saturday's New Year's Day and Friday's New Year's Eve. So I hope everybody watching has a good week. But let's just get into the game. We're going to get into some stats, and then we will get into the game itself. We'll start with the road team, the Miami Dolphins, with Tua Tagovailoa, 19 for 26, 198 yards, 1 touchdown, and a ugly interception. And that's something I have to talk about with Tua when we get to the offense. Duke Johnson and Philip Lindsay got the same amount of carries tonight. So Duke Johnson got 13 carries for 39 yards, and Philip Lindsay got 13 carries for 36 yards. Myles Gaskin, 3 carries for 10 yards. Jalen Waddle, 10 catches, 92 yards, and 1 touchdown. I think Jalen Waddle is 5 catches away from breaking the all-time all-time rookie receptions leader in NFL history. So that is incredible for him. Drop my phone on my keyboard. Matt Collins, 1 catch for 40 yards. Got a really nice catch in the third quarter. Durham Smythe, 3 catches, 31 yards. Mike Gesicki, very quiet tonight. 3 catches, 22 yards. and Devontae Parker was shut out. And I am going to read some stats for the Miami Dolphins as well. For defense, Nick Needham, pick 6 for the first defensive drive of the game, and Brandon Jones had an interception to end off the game. Then we have Jerome Baker, 1.5 sacks. Javon Holland got a half a sack. Zach Zeeler got a sack. Xavier Howard got a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah got 2 sacks. Brandon Jones got a sack. Christian Wilkins got a half a sack. Raekwon Davis got a half a sack. The Miami Dolphins had 8 sacks on Ian Book tonight. Domination. Absolutely dominated this rookie quarterback tonight with Ian Book. Confused all night, making him all over the place. It was a great night for the Miami Dolphins defense, let's just say that. And another statistic, before we get into the Saints stats, that I would like to tell you is third down. On third down, the Miami Dolphins was spectacular, as the Saints were 0 for 12 on third downs. The New Orleans Saints did not convert once on third down. I mean, that's just nasty. That is just nasty from a defense right there. Like, who would want to go against that, you know? So, huge shout out to the Miami Dolphins defense tonight. Saints stats: Ian Book, 12 for 20, 135 passing yards, 2 interceptions. Alvin Kamara, 13 carries for 52 yards. Basically, if the Miami Dolphins stopped Alvin Kamara, they had no problem on offense. And besides that one big carry that he got on 3rd and 20 for 19 yards, if you cancel out that play, okay? If you cancel out that play, Alvin Kamara had 12 carries for 33 yards. So the Miami Dolphins completely shut him down tonight. Mark Ingram, 4 carries for 17 yards. Jordan Humphrey, three catches for 70 yards. Again, one of those catches was, I think it was the last drive of the game for the Saints, and he just threw it up there one-on-one with Byron Jones, and he came up with a 56-yard catch. Marquez Callaway, 4 catches for 46 yards. Alvin Kamara, two catches for 7 yards. That was it. That was legitimately it for the Saints on offense. They did absolutely nothing in this game on offense. And I said this in my preview on Friday. If you shut down Kamara and you got Book in there, who's a rookie quarterback, has never thrown an NFL pass, if you confuse him with all these different coverages and blitzes, which they did all night, the Miami Dolphins, they would have 7 on third down especially. They would have 7 at the line of scrimmage, and at some points 8, sometimes 10, and they wouldn't send everybody. They would say the Miami Dolphins had 8 players at the line of scrimmage. They would back up 4, and they would only send 4 to get Book, and it would confuse him, and he would throw it away or get sacked. A great example is, the pick 6. They had 7 lined up at the line of scrimmage. They dropped. They only sent 3. They dropped 4 back, and because of that pressure that Book felt, he forced it. I think it was to. I forget who it was to. It might have been Humphrey, but, throws it behind him. Nick Needham's right there, and he takes it to the house. It was stuff like that was confusing Ian Book all night. So we're going to go with the first quarter on. So that first drive for the Saints, 3rd down and 3 at the 23-yard line. Ian Book throws an interception to Nick Needham, and the Dolphins take a 7-0 lead. The Saints punt. Then the Dolphins go down the field. They end up getting a field goal. 3rd and 7 at the Dolphins 40. Tua throws a 18-yard pass to Jalen Waddle for the first down. And then 3rd and 1. It was Philip Lindsay fumbled, but his shoulder was down, so it wasn't a fumble. And then 3rd and 4 at the 14. Bad block by Austin Jackson on Davenport. At that point, Austin Jackson was supposed to be blocking Marcus Davenport. Completely blew it. Tua fumbled. Luckily, Miami got it, and Sanders connects on a 48-yard field goal to give the Dolphins a 10-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. Then, really, nothing much happens. I will say this, and there were 2 drives that, the refs absolutely killed the Miami Dolphins' momentum on, and they could have been possible scoring drives. The first drive, I'm not really too critical on that one. It was a 2nd and 8, and Tua threw a screen to Myles Gaskin, and they called him short. He got the first down. That one, I'm not too mad about, because the play after that was just atrocious. I tweeted it out. 3rd down and 1. Well, why are you bringing in Jacoby Brissett if you're not going to do a QB sneak and you're going to have him roll out and try to pass? I just don't understand that. You can do the same thing with Tua. If you're going to do a roll pass on 3rd and 1, I just don't get that logic. But the other drive that the Miami Dolphins just was absolutely, they were finessed on, was 3rd and 2. Tua throws a slant to Jalen Waddle, and he gets the first down, and they call holding on Eichenberg, who wasn't even holding. He was literally going like this, not holding Davenport, and they called a flag on Eichenberg, which was bullshit. The Dolphins ran a wildcat, and they had to punt. Next drive for the Saints, they get down. This was the only time of the game they would get a field goal. So the drive starts with an 11-yard pass from Ian Book to Marquez Callaway. That would be a 7-yard run from Mark Ingram. At the 50-yard line, Book threw a 12-yard pass to Alvin Kamara, which then added on, which was a roughing the passer by Brandon Jones, which was very similar. If you guys remember the roughing the passer call that Javon Holland got against the Ravens, where he just tapped Lamar Jackson. Well, Brandon Jones tapped Book's helmet, and he flopped, and they called roughing the passer. So, what are you going to do? It's a bad call. It set up a field goal for the Saints, luckily on 3rd and 2 at the Dolphins 15. They hand it off to Kamara, and Kamara gets nothing. The Saints then decide they're going to try to go for it, but they take the delay of game, and Brett Maher makes a 38-yard field goal. Then to end the half, the Dolphins get down there, and on 3rd down, Tua takes a sack. And you can't do that, man. Not a good play by Tua, taking the sack by Cam Jordan. Sets up a Sets up a 59-yard field goal for Sanders. who makes it the first time. Sean Payton calls timeout. The second time, of course, he missed. So the Dolphins, instead of taking a 13-3 lead at halftime, take a 10-3 lead at halftime. And honestly, at halftime, I wasn't really concerned, but I was concerned because the offense did not have a good first half at all. Besides that field goal drive, Tua had a okay first half, but the offensive line was hot garbage. That first half with penalties on Dieter and Ike. I'm not even going to blame Eichenberg on that holding because it wasn't holding. I think Jesse Davis got a holding call, and Austin Jackson's missed block on Davenport. Austin Jackson did not have a good game today. But that was the first half. So the really criticism I had on the first half was the Dolphins' offense, because it was really painful to watch. And it was painful to watch it for most of the third quarter until actually, before we get to that, gotta talk about this Tua interception. I got ahead of myself. Tua on 3rd and 9 was throwing to Matt Collins. And Matt Collins was actually open on this play. And Tua overthrew him by a country mile, and it was intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. And it's really becoming a common trend now that Tua has these ugly throws, once or twice a game. And he had it in the first Jets game they played. He had it last week twice. The one with double coverage, where he overthrew Parker, and then the pick six. Those were both ugly interceptions. This was really ugly. A really ugly interception. Who missed the open Matt Collins, and he overthrew it, and Lattimore picked it off. And a guy like Lattimore, he's not going to drop those. So, yeah. Luckily, though, the Saints do not capitalize off of that. The drive ends with a sack by Brandon Jones. The Saints punt, and then the Dolphins get their touchdown drive. It starts. We'll just start with 3rd and 9 at the 15-yard line. Tua throws a deep pass to Matt Collins, and he doesn't miss him this time like he did on the interception. He said, "I missed you the first time. I'm not going to miss you again." It was a beautiful throw from Tua and a great catch from Matt Collins. This set up the Miami Dolphins at the New Orleans Saints 45-yard line. And by the way, I forgot to say this in the beginning. Sorry if my throat is a little bit scratchy. Not 100% yet. As I said on Friday, I'm feeling much better though. I'm feeling much better, so that is a bonus. But yeah, if my voice sounds weird, I still have a scratchy throat. Just wanted to put it out. I just wanted to say that. So Tua connects with Hollins for 40 yards, setting up the next play. Tua hands it off to Duke Johnson. Duke Johnson pitches it back to Tua, and Tua throws a 24-yard strike to Jalen Waddle. And then 3rd and 2 at the Saints 3. Tua just lofts it up to Gesicki. Excuse me, which is incomplete. But the Saints get called for holding and roughing the passer, which, not being biased here, that was not roughing the passer. Tua was nearly down on his knees, and the defender came down on him. I don't think that was roughing the passer, but I'm not going to complain because 2 plays later, Tua does a fake handoff to Lindsey, runs left, pitches it to Waddle, and Waddle gets a touchdown to give the Dolphins a 17-3 lead. And honestly, the rest is history. Saints get a turnover on downs, and Sanders connects with a 34-yard field goal to get the 20-3 lead, and that's the final score. So that was the game. Dolphins destroying the Saints 20-3. I'm going to start with the offense first. Now I'm going to go with the defense. And honestly, this was kind of like the Carolina Panthers game for me. This was a team win. A team win, okay? I said this on Friday. This was going to be a war with the Saints. And I know they didn't have 21 players. They didn't have a couple starters. But we were going to war. This was going to be a tough game. On the road, at the Superdome, on a Monday night, this was going to be a tough game. And we prevailed. Big time. Big time. And the offense put up 13 points tonight. Offense was really bad in the first half, and it was making me really, really frustrating watching the offense in the first half. Second half, it was fine with me. They got their touchdown drive, the pass to Hollins to set it up. Jalen Waddle was amazing tonight. 10 catches for 92 yards and a touchdown. Excuse me again. And I know people are talking about it, but I don't care what people say anymore. Waddle needs to be in the Offensive Rookie of the Year discussion. And he might possibly be the Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's either him or Chase. I'm sorry. Kyle Pitts is not doing much in Atlanta. Justin Fields is not having... the Bears aren't having a great season, so Justin Fields is not going to be in it. And Mac Jones... Have you seen Mac Jones the past 2 weeks? Mac Jones doesn't deserve to be in the Offensive Rookie of the Year discussion. He does not. Sorry. It's going to come down to Jamar Chase or Jalen Waddle. And if I had to pick the two, Jalen Waddle's got to get it, in my opinion. He's just dynamic. He's fast as hell. He's amazing. He'll literally do anything. Long routes, the short routes on third down to get you the first down. He will literally do anything for this team. And, he is the main piece of the offense. He is our wide receiver one. He is Tua's go-to guy. He is going to break the most receptions as all time for a rookie receiver. He's amazing. He is absolutely amazing. And, he was the MVP for the offense tonight by far. MVP for the offense tonight, Jalen Waddle. And then the defense was just spectacular. Best defensive performance all year. I know Ian Book was the starting quarterback, but I don't care. Dolphins are my team. Dolphins defense was spectacular tonight, getting all over Ian Book, making him uncomfortable with different blitzes, different coverages, and he was running around, getting sacked, throwing incompletions. Like I said, the big stat of this game, in my opinion, was the fact that the Saints were 0 for 12 on third down. The Miami Dolphins were unstoppable on third down. They would not give up a third down the entire night. It was magical to see how the Dolphins were on third down. And honestly, God, it is so hard to pick an MVP on the defensive side. I'm going to take Nick Needham because he got that pick six. And he kind of set the tone for the rest of the night of how it's going to be for Ian Book against the Dolphins defense. And Nick Needham with that interception was basically Ian Book's welcome to the NFL play. Excuse me. So that's all I gotta say about the game, ladies and gentlemen. And also I tweeted out on the thing tonight too. These announcers were so biased. They wanted the Saints to win so bad. They even hyped it up. They even hyped up Ian Book to begin the game, and it was like, that he has a chance. Sean Payton, if you want to have a rookie quarterback with you, you want to be with Sean Payton. By the way, he coached a bad game tonight too. Sean Payton coached a bad game for the Saints. And they even showed his family in the crowd. They showed Ian Book's family in the crowd. And I guarantee you, they wanted to show Ian Book's family reacting throughout the entire night. And I didn't see them once. Besides the pregame, I did not see them once. So, looks like the announcers didn't get what they wanted. But you know what? Screw them. I don't care. At the end of the day, man, the Dolphins, 7 wins in a row. They beat the Saints on Monday Night Football 20-3. And ladies and gentlemen, we are at the 7th seed in the AFC playoff picture. From 1-7 to the 7th seed in the AFC playoff picture. We got 2 really tough games coming up. The Tennessee Titans and the New England Patriots. Now, the Titans already have players on the COVID-19 list, as they announced today. They announced Julio Jones, Buster Screen, Bud Dupree, which is a big loss if he does not play, and Nick Westbrook-Akine, who's been stepping up since Julio and A.J. Brown haven't played most of the season for the Titans. All of them are on COVID list. So we will see if they play against the Dolphins on Sunday, but it's going to be a war. All of these games are going to be wars. We got 2 more games. Titans, Patriots. Just one game at a time. Focus on the Titans. Don't focus on the Patriots. And man, I'm telling you, I think our offense is going to be fine against the Titans because the Titans run a lot of zone. And Tua is actually pretty good against zone defenses. Middle of the field, slinging it to Jalen Waddle, hopefully getting it to Devontae Parker. I think Tua will be fine in that game. And if the defense played the way it is today, I don't think Ryan Tannehill is going to be able to do anything against the defense. So, we're coming for the Titans. The Titans are next on our list. And I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all so much for watching the post-game reaction video. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Fuel channel, man. It is going to be a big week here on the channel. I might do something Tuesday, tomorrow. Today, whenever you guys are watching this, I might do something today for the Dolphins video. Wednesday, I'm going down to Jacksonville, AEW New Year's Smash. I'm going to the show on Wednesday. Super, super excited. And I'm going to be vlogging that for you guys as well. And then Thursday, day off. Friday, preview of the Dolphins Saints. Saturday, I'm going to the Citrus Bowl. Iowa against Kentucky. Big Ten versus SEC. I got end zone seats. I want to vlog that as well. And then Sunday, reaction to the Dolphins Titans. So it's going to be a big week here on the channel. You better want to be subscribed to the channel. Comment down below your thoughts on the game between the Dolphins and the Saints. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me in tonight's post-game video. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well, at Colin_Joseph. And guys, I am out of here. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night. stay safe, and as always, fins up. 7 in a row, 8-7. From 1-7 to 8-7, and the 7th seed in the AFC playoff picture. Fins up.